What's up, YouTube? Eric here from MajorLeagueTrading.com, coming at you with another free nightly video. And in this one, I want to take a look at kind of the plan coming into this week. I really want to kind of focus in on what it was I was looking at, Sunday night, kind of coming into the markets that ultimately, led me to not having any sort of real trade planned out today, any sort of thing in which I could do, and really just make it a data gathering day, which is completely fine to do, right? Like we were at a kind of precarious situation where, hey, we might try and hold here, but we might not. So let's walk through some of that. Well, the first thing here is inside the MLT Discord, I dropped this in last night, as you can see. And what I was talking about here is I'm talking about the weekly chart, which you can also see, kind of over here in the top right. So what I wrote is, will we try and hold here after the past couple of weeks of selling, or does it fail and just get annihilated to the downside? So there's a convincing argument that can be made for either direction here, but at the moment, unless we get up over 45, 36, 75, which is a key level for me, or super extended to the downside, then I'm not really interested in longs. Earnings season officially kind of wraps up this week. We do have some names to pay attention to, and then we'll have a couple random names, over the next few weeks, but nowhere near as busy as it has been. And since we're talking about earnings season, it's been kind of a weird one. Just overall not very consistent with the type of moves in which we've been seeing, and just all around just kind of felt like a weird earnings season. So no real massive outliers like what we have seen with Netflix and Meta from recent earnings seasons, and Apple getting the gap down and then red to green. So there really hasn't been any of those in kind of the bigger names in which we like to typically watch. So or an NVIDIA, for example, which will be coming up here soon. But anyways, that was, kind of my thought process coming into this week. Let's see what the weekly chart can give us and kind of guide us from there. And then as you see, this 45, 36, 75 level is still, up here and yet to be, tested or traded for this week. So yes, we did have a pretty nice move. Did I miss out on that move? Yes. But my game plan now with this information is, okay, it looks like we're probably going to test 45, 36, 75s. So I didn't really have a plan coming into today, but now going into tomorrow, I'm kind of going, okay, cool. We've got room in the 45, 36, 75s, about 25 points or so from here. So in the morning, if it gives us an opportunity where we still have room to reach that 45, 36, 75s, then I want to look for longs, because at the moment, that looks to be where we're headed, right? So for me, those two names right now are going to be Twilio. And in Twilio here, I want to see this get up through 62.13s. And if we can do that, then I think we got room to 64.73s. Now you can see we traded this just 3 pennies away from testing that back on the earnings announcement. We got that gap up and then managed to sell off from there, right? But 3 cents is a really, really tight front run on that level. And if we can break through 62.13s, that would be the next place in which we probably should go, right, from a level to level sense. So Twilio is one that's on the watch here. And then one more that I really like as well here is going to be in Team, TEAM. This tested the 202.17 level today. A little poke over these highs here, but really, really nice test and pullback on this so far. Now, this is a little bit more of a thinner name than what I would prefer to trade, right? But it does still have that earnings catalyst here just from a few days ago, and has a really solid pattern if and when it can break up over that 202.17 area. And much the same here. If we kind of look back at the earnings highs, the targets on this, come into 213.57s, we kind of front ran this level here on the earnings day, very similar to Twilio. So they're basically the same exact trade overall, just a little bit of a different daily and weekly chart in these, and a slight difference in the levels, obviously. Given this is a $200 stock and Twilio is a $60 stock. So anyways, hope you guys can see that and just kind of what the point of the data gathering day was for me today. and why I really don't feel like I missed out on anything, even though, to wrap this one up, NVIDIA came out swinging today with a massive move here, coming out of this small zone down there at 402.58 to 406.48, gap down right into that, tested lower, front run of the level, and then just absolutely ripped, and still continuing here in after hours. So, of course, this will definitely be one on watch here. I'm just going to need this to kind of chill out a little bit here, depending on what it does tomorrow, because if it does try and gap a little bit too far, we might find some resistance there and try and work back into some of that. So anyways, there are definitely a couple of things to watch here for the rest of the week. And at the moment, those are the things in which I'm looking for here out of the S&Ps and kind of overall markets. So anyways, hope that helps. I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.